Hello and welcome to the 4S Spread Challenge. This is a hop that lovely Alison from the Coffeenated Creative asked me to be a part of, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So for the 4S Challenge, we are using 4 things that start with the letter S. So this first one that you can see I'm using is a stencil. So part of the challenge is using a stencil, also stamps, stickers, and scraps. Which is a super fun challenge. I actually didn't even own a stencil really. I had an alphabet one, but that was all when Alison asked me to participate in this. And I had had my eye on a stencil like this for a while, and I thought this is the perfect time to get one. So I treated myself to this stencil, and it actually turned out perfect because it was a massive, we had a massive storm, and it was like rain and terrible flooding for like 3 days. So actually having the rain stencil really worked out for me. So that was great. And this day I was cozy at my mum's house. My sister was there with her little baby niece, well, my baby niece, her baby daughter, and I was getting some nice cuddle time with her that day, which was super special. So here you can see I have added the stencil element to my background piece here by adding in those raindrops. I am also going to be adding in scraps. You can see I have added in that scrap piece of paper over on the right hand page there, and I have some lace scraps which I wanted, well, just one piece of lace that I'm going to include up the top of my page as a little scrap. So I had this bit here, but I'd end up cutting it a bit shorter and using it up the top as just some added texture for this page, which I really like. And I'm just using staples to adhere that down if you're interested. Staples are the best. They hold so well and they're so easy and quick and not sticky. So I love my stapler in my journal. It is so helpful. I didn't really have a big plan about how this journal spread was going to turn out. I was just sort of playing around and seeing what came of it. So I added that little piece of washi to the bottom, and now I am kind of adding a title over on the side of my page there, and I did that with a Tombow marker, and then I'm coming back in with a nice chunky colouring pencil and adding some more messy lines to that title on the side there. Here's where we really get scrappy. So I pulled out some bits of paper that were from my scraps drawer. They were collage photo kind of pieces, either scrapbooking papers or papers that I'd gotten painty and messy. And I wanted to use this little piece in here to add my scraps on. So obviously you can see that I have made this journal myself. And in here I have an envelope, but the main part of the envelope is through the back of the journal, and this is at the front. So I just had the flap of the envelope to use here, and you can see I had stapled down a little chocolate wrapper that I'd had this day, and I am also adding in these little scraps to make it a bit more interesting, and also to cover up the sticky, you know, where you can like wet the sticky adhesive part and then it sticks it down. I didn't want that showing in case somehow it got wet and then ended up sticking straight on the page next to it or something. So I knew I wanted to cover that up with some paper scraps. So that is what I've done here. Just doing a little trimming to neaten up those corner parts. They were quite rounded corners on the envelope flap, and I wanted that to stay that way, so just did some trimming. Now I'm coming back in with my scraps and sticking them down kind of like washi tape, using them in little strip kind of pieces over my photos. This is how I would normally use washi, but I decided I would use some of my scraps like this today. It actually worked out quite well and I liked it, so I will probably be doing that again, and it gives you a lot more variety on, you know, washi tape if it can be absolutely anything that you've got. So yeah, I liked how this looked. I like my washi tape to be quite ripped and raw looking anyway, so this worked fine for me. For stamps, I decided to actually use my postage stamp, my vintage postage stamps I have. I am sure that most people will be using stamps like, you know, stamp with the ink pad and all of that, but I decided to mix it up a little bit and use these sorts of stamps. I have a big collection and I don't know why, but I hardly ever use them, and I really do love them, so I thought, why not actually use some of them? So I decided to use them kind of like sticker decorations and just stick them all over my page, and I am happy that I did, because like I said, I barely ever use these and they are actually super cool to look at. So I enjoyed that. I used quite a few on that little envelope flap that's in the middle there. I thought it was a really interesting way of adding some interest to that little piece that kind of hasn't got much of a purpose other than just some visual interest in there. So I was happy that I managed to find something that I really liked to add to that. I'm definitely very lucky to have so many stamps that I could pull out just an absolute stack of them that all worked in the colour palette that I was going with here. You can see I have used a lot of blues and greens and kind of tealy coloured things, so it was nice that I had a whole bunch of stamps that actually really worked with that colour theme, so that's worked well. Getting my writing in now, and then we will just have one last thing to do, which is stickers. I always put stickers down last on my page. I don't know why, just part of my process, I guess. That's my big sticker bag that you saw there. So I have used scraps, I have used stamps, I have used a stencil, so stickers is the last thing in this 4S challenge. By the way, if you want to also participate in the 4S challenge, please do, and let me know, because I would love to see how you go with the 4S challenge. Use the hashtag 4SSpread. I'll have that up on the screen here and linked down, well, in the description below, what that hashtag is. We would all really love to see what you come up with this spread. That would be super fun. So after this, it will be, you can hop to the next video, which will be the video of ABCD Ella. Her video is the next one in this hop, and then from her video, once you finish watching that, she will have someone for you to hop to as well. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I enjoyed putting it together for you. Please check out the rest of the people in this hop, and have a great day, guys. Bye!